You alright? Why am I asking? Well, I'll let you know something real quick. Generally, dragons don't just sit on their bed and look off into nothing. We're all normally doing something. And, it seems pretty, standard for new human dragons to do this when they are upset. Yeah. Well, what's up? Like, your memory should be gone now. We've gone over this, and you seem to have forgotten most of everything. So, is there something you need? You're not sure how to put it into words. Well, that's fine. Is there anything here you could do to, explain it? You don't need to be verbal. You can just... Well, also, I prefer you do be verbal. I really like when my dragons are clear and concise with what they need. Is there anything you're thinking that might be off? Is this related to... I'm trying to think of some common ones humans tend to go after. Is this perhaps related to sexuality or gender? Oh, it is. Well, you do realize that we have things for you to be able to get for free that can help with that kind of stuff, right? And anything you want in the terms of, well, preference, generally we have. Be it another species who turned dragon who has the same feelings, another human turned dragon, or something else entirely. But you're saying that both are the issue? Well, I understand that your transformation did leave you more on the male side of being a dragon, which, yeah, it's pretty common. I'd say 75 to 80% of dragons here are male, but it also doesn't really matter. None of you have the ability to, conceive children, so if that's on the scale of something you're worried about, which is surprisingly common, don't worry. And on the off chance that you did want kids, I am sorry. There's not much we can do now. It's one of the few things I can't fix up here. But, is there any other gender-related issues you're having? You were like that back on Earth. You remember that. You'll always remember your gender identity. That isn't necessarily linked to being human, If you and all feel like dressing up a certain way, then, we have clothes that match what you want, pretty much. Anyway, if you want to be very male looking, female looking, or so gender neutral that people are 50-50 guessing you constantly, we've got it. We have people who make clothes. I guess people is the wrong word, but they were formerly, Earth. they're generally actually the best at making clothes. Hell, it's how I got this armor design. Apparently it's based off some sci-fi Earth designs, combined with a hazmat suit. It looks pretty neat. But, we can get you pretty much any dress, any shirt, any pants, skirts. We even got thigh highs up here, because male or female, they are damn comfortable. You feeling a bit better hearing that? Well, I have some other stuff to tell you about too, you know. I really do rely on everyone up here being happy, doing their own thing. We do have meet and greets for any kind of gender or sexuality or such, fairly commonly. And we encourage people to be open and do what they want. Really, there's nothing bad that could happen as long as it doesn't turn out abusive. And there's no reason to maintain a relationship if you don't want to. It can be a bit awkward, of course, if they did want to and you don't, but hey, in the end, everyone up here looks almost the same. The chance that you'd crowd just at a basic glance is near minimal, so there's no real chance of having to worry about that. And I do say that knowing that humans are largely the same too. Come here. You seem to be feeling a bit better already. It doesn't really seem to be what's bothering you, because you still look down. You feel useless. Oh my god. You realize that being up here doesn't mean you were chosen because you were some artisan. You're really good with mechanics or smithing weapons or armor or anything like that, right? You don't need to be good at anything to be here. You just need to choose this over death. Yeah, I mean, we had the conversation before. Like, if you don't feel comfortable doing anything on the ship, there's always the grunt's life of finding new planets to, be food or friend, you know. It doesn't need to be something that you need to find annoying. We're not Earth. You're not stuck to one job forever. Matter of fact, we highly suggest people swap jobs every couple years, learn a new talent. We live for a really long time compared to, you know, anything on Earth. That's not like a shark or a tree. We can live to be thousands of years old given the right conditions. The average age expectancy of a dragon like you is about 8,000 years, and a dragon like me who was born a dragon is about 12,000. Those are average numbers, though. It can be as short as 6,000 to 28,000 in some cases. We never really physically age, though. Though, regardless, you don't need to think about your age that much. It'll still pass as slowly as a human's life normally would. You don't really need to worry about any of that. You'll be able to be stress-free about your age for a long time. It'll literally take thousands of years for you to start feeling like time is passing any faster. And most of your friends up here, or anyone you decide to befriend, is going to not have, like, any form of issue with aging like you. So, really, yeah, if they do pass, it'll probably be within, realistically, 30 years of you, which mere moments compared to everyone else. Like on Earth, yeah, 30 years difference, that's like close to a third of your life. But up here, that's like dying within 5 minutes of your friend. Maybe like a week. I don't know, it depends. But hey, come here. Is there anything you think you'd like to take an interest in? You don't know. That's fine. Was there any niche thing you were into back on Earth? We can work off that. You were a furry. Oh, that's cute. Must have been like, I decided to become a dragon, you know. I've heard about your little human sonas and all that for wanting to be a creature. Wanting to be your little Terran animals. And some of you even want to be dragons. Were you in that boat? Were you one of the people who accepted because you wanted to be a dragon and not because you didn't want to die? Most people find it a really hard choice, but right up. Once you saw me and realized what the offer was, I remember. You were like, dragon, please, make me a dragon. I'm exaggerating a little. There was still obviously some fear in your eyes and such. You weren't hopping on, keep bitten and everything. But hey, you were there. That's probably gonna be one of the last memories you forget from being human. Matter of fact, generally people appear to remember their last 10 minutes of being human. I can't really control that, but it's kind of fun that they get to remember their choice. Yeah. But more the point was, is there a chance you would like to help, design costumes for others? Every planet has a version of a furry. And you would not believe how popular it is on some other planets. We've got these big lizard guys who I transform. They're kind of really smart. And being a furry in their culture is, insanely normal. You pretty much make one in, the equivalency of kindergarten there. And it's just a normal class assignment. And it's just how they go about greeting each other. It's really comfortable for them. So, quite often here, we do make our little sets of fursuits so they can, feel more normal. Because that's one of the instinctual things they remember. Some of the humans that really wanted to be a dragon really remembered the last 5 minutes really well because they were so excited once they realized they got to be something that they had only ever wished of. It's really cute. Yeah. But, are you any good at, art and that? We can teach, of course, and one of the main advantages of being a dragon is you are pretty much shelled from whatever ailments you had as a human. You have the open ability to choose whatever you want here. All dragons are built equally on skill, and you can focus on one thing for a lifetime and become one of the best at it. Hell, I've occasionally had people start offering their drawings up on whatever the hell Twitter is called nowadays. Of course, the messages can be long to receive if we're not, in orbit around Earth, but we've hacked together some long-range signal broadcasters, and literally, we don't really care about the money they send us, but you gotta take it for something, or else no one's gonna really take the free art and expect it to be great. Some of your best artists on earth that have never done a face reveal here. Yep. And that isn't just for like traditional art, digital art. That's like voice acting. That's like video editing. Pretty much any traditional human skill with a computer, or with like a pen and pencil, sewing, anything like with your claws. Us dragons are really good at with enough time. And I'll tell you what, it is really fun siphoning money from humans who can't really afford anything to just like fund us who we don't really afford anything with your money. We find it useless. I'm saying you're still a human, but you probably still feel a little human, don't you? You almost think you can feel that skin underneath your fur. You almost feel like you could pop off that horn and it's just attached with glue or something, but no. No, hon, this is real. You're not in a suit. You are really here on a spaceship, light years away from Earth. Yeah, though it is actually kind of weird we get so far away from Earth quite constantly. We are from, the next planet. When you make deals with people to not come in your airspace so often, you kind of gotta oblige, and, multiple of your governments have agreed to not look too deep into Venus's clouds, We value our privacy to the point where we poisoned our own air just so you couldn't see on our surface. Y'all want to build, floating cities 50 miles off the ground, above all our toxic gas. That's cute, but I more than encourage any human to sip a little bit of that cloudage up and feel the burn. Oh, look at me ranting. But you do seem a bit happier. So, have you decided that you'd like to learn something? Clothes? Maybe find someone to have a little fun with? It's all good if you do. Ooh, you do have a different style of clothes you want to put on. Well, I can't really do anything about it right now, but if you want to let me know some stuff about it, I can get some orders sent out and I'll have the clothing you want delivered to your room in 3 hours or so. And possibly I could have someone visit your room. That might be a match for you. Or you can go out to one of our social parties later and see if anyone has any kind of match with you. It's all up to you. And for finding a new career, that is all on you. You can choose that at your own pace. I don't know, 3 years aren't really too stressed about having you pick a job or something to do. It's a pretty long adjustment period for you, but for us it's basically giving a friend a small break before we ask them to do something else. It's that couple-week period after you get fired and you just want to do something different real quick before you go back into the workforce. That makes sense to you, doesn't it? Yeah, okay. Sorry. I know enough about humans, sincerely, but it does get a bit confusing after a while what is and isn't normal for you guys. So, if I make a mistake, I'm only Venusian. I don't really know humans too well. So, on your own time, if you want to pick something to do, it's all good. Though, for you, if you don't feel like doing an artisanal job, we, do need a little bit more creativity when it comes to the, weapons and armor departments. We're running on some classic human designs, but we've been wanting to switch over to light energy weapons for a while now. Stuff running on battery packs or cooling methods. Something that more fits the high-tech style that we really are. I mean, even me with my own armor here is kind of outdated. It's using human Kevlar and some acid-proof materials. That's it. Some hardened steel plates on the shoulders. And albeit for me, they're featherweight, but I've been looking at some of that human tungsten stuff they have to make really dense stuff, and I think it might be a bit better for me. Yeah, I mean, if you were like even somewhat of a military nerd back on Earth, it's a career path I'd recommend for people who know how to design weapons, and we have some electrical engineers, mechanical engineers, all together. We're really looking to upgrade by about 2120 to having full electric weaponry, stuff like that. So it might be an interesting choice for you. Nice little career opportunity that allows you to have a little fun on the onboard firing range. Though we may bring, some of our gear to empty planets to test some of it, Hey, listen, if we're gonna throw dirty bombs at people, we might as well make sure that dirty bombs explode properly, right? What do I mean by that? Oh, just like bombs that are basically filled with a bunch of our breath combined, If they don't want to give up on their own, then, no point in trying, It would be so fun. You've also been thinking about trying some chemical weaponry of a different kind. Hey, maybe if they don't want to fight, maybe we just transform them all anyways with a mind-blinking dragon transforming bomb. It'd be quite the hard one to engineer, as most of it is actually based on venom injection. So that one could take some time. Finding a way to convert dragon venom into a dragon poison that does nearly the same thing is like massive biochemical engineering feats, I must be talking your ear off, and I've just been sitting here not giving you any appreciation. Come here. You are more than appreciated on this ship, newest dragon. I understand it can be scary, but it's fine up here. You'll be treated well, you'll be treated equally, same as everyone else. Now, is there any chance you want to lay down and nap together? There's no harm in it. Listen, I really don't consider this anything like sleeping with your boss. This is more just like having a nap with your mom, I guess, would be the right thing. Like, I hate to quote like this, but falling asleep in mommy's arms when you're like a toddler. Nap time is a good time, dude. Just accept it. Lay down with me and be comforted. There's nothing wrong with it. Yeah. If there's anything you want to do, just say so. Yeah. Mm-hmm.